Oh, boys and girls. I just tried watching the premiere of The Irishman. I'm a Martin Scorsese fan, and he makes great movies. This movie had great content, but the acting in it, well, I mean, the acting was destroyed by the digital faces. I just can't stand Robert De Niro. Even I don't know what they did to. He just looks all like somebody took an airbrush and just brushed his face away. And I can't. I could talk about this digital faces on other actors, and but, man, it destroyed the movie for me. I really was looking forward to watching this movie, and I heard other reviewers, Chris Stuckman in particular. He said Robert De Niro's face, it grew on like it. He didn't mind it at all. But I couldn't be bothered to even look at his face anymore. I had to keep turning my head away and looking at the wall, looking at the background. It just bothered me. It got really under my skin, and it didn't get under my skin, but it just I had no joy in watching this film based on I watched an hour and 10 minutes of it, and I had to shut it off. I thought many times that I hope I don't have to shut this film off, but I know I'm gonna have to. Um, yeah, I'm digital actors. I don't think I'm ever watching a film with digital actors in it again. It's not like animation where it's just digital animation, like animated characters. That I love, and it's not like so that's a digital animation. I mean, that's where it should be kept. So it should not go into uh, finding out lines, making fake lines and faces, and changing. Oh, it just man, this film gets a fail for me. I can't even give it a score. It's just a terrible. It should never have been done. This acting. Well, it's nothing about acting. It's just I mean, it destroys everything when you're looking at a character that you don't even want to look at the person at all. As soon as you see him on screen, it's like, oh my god, what is that you're looking at? It's not an animated character. It's a monstrosity. So these are two of my favorite characters: Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. These are characters that I grew up with. I love these guys. I respect them highly. Apparently, I mean, I still respect them, even though I'm giving them a bad rap in this film, and it's not their fault. People age. Let people age. Work with it. If you can't work with it, move on, director. Don't direct stuff that's, in my eyes, not possible. It's so this film in the era of good content and well told story and everything, but the actors are just they don't exist in this film. Joe Pesci, he looked amazing. That guy looked. I liked watching him. I really enjoyed him. But it doesn't matter if everything else is crumbling around you. Joe Pesci's not going to save this film when they have the camera pointed at Robert De Niro, like in 90% of the film. So Mr. Airbrush. Oh, it's not even a joke. I'm just so frustrated. I'm Martin Scorsese. I'm glad this one went straight to Netflix because it cost me nothing. I had to pause this movie a few times and just take a deep breath because I just couldn't put up with what I was seeing. So I'm so happy I didn't go to theaters to see this. And it never came to theaters in BC, Canada, or in Canada that I know of. So it was almost. I went to a few theaters in Los Angeles or something. So I hope Martin Scorsese doesn't do this again, digital acting. I hope no film directors incorporate this. This is just nonsense. It's just a waste of money. So maybe this is just my opinion, my review. So you don't have to share it. You can give it thumbs up or thumbs down. I respect your opinion too, and I want to hear your opinions in the comments. Do you like digital characters in films? Or are you like me and you're just disgusted by it? So do you have to shut off your films and walk out like, oh, that was a complete waste of my time? So, I mean, I learned that I'm never going to watch another movie with digital faces in it again, unless it's like an animation. That's okay. But an altered face is just disrespectful. It's like if you get a review like mine, and imagine if Robert De Niro, Al Pacino heard my review, they'd be, I don't think they'd be sad, but they wouldn't be smiling. So, and if there's millions of reviews like mine, then there's a pretty wide opinion, a pretty broad, or a pretty pretty narrow opinion on what should be done in the film industry. So, but if I'm one out of million, then obviously my opinion is pretty mute. But I'm a film goer, and I love movies, and I love Al Pacino, I love Robert De Niro, and Joe Pesci's a tough guy too. He's not, I don't think he's the tallest guy, but he's a really tough, a hard knock guy. So all great actors. So, all right, I rate this movie well, I couldn't watch the whole thing. I mean, thought of the thought of the era, I give it a like a 10 for the thought of the era. Gangsters in that era, it was 10 out of 10. But everything else in this movie is 0 out of 10. I can't rate it. Maybe I'll give 1 point for Joe Pesci, but you can't just have one good actor that you don't even focus in on the whole time. So, yay. All right, on to the next review. Mr. Holmes 88 signing out. Please like and subscribe to see more reviews like this, and hopefully they're better next time. And please, Martin Scorsese, bring us more movies because you're a great director.